our top story this morning. It's been almost a full 24 hours since Russian President Vladimir Putin ordered the invasion of Ukraine, sparking international uproar. Since then, there have been attacks on a number of cities and a growing number of casualties are now being reported. For more on this, we have our Kim Sung-min on the line for us. Sung-min.
Mark, Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelenskyy said at least 137 have been killed and more than 300 wounded on the first day of Russia's assault. With tensions escalating, tens of thousands of Ukrainians are attempting to flee. According to the UN, around 100,000 Ukrainians are believed to have left their homes and are displaced within their own country. The U.S. said it is preparing itself to accept Ukrainian refugees while helping European countries neighboring Ukraine handle the influx of people escaping the attacks. In response to the invasion, the Ukrainian president has ordered a general military mobilization, which will be carried out within 90 days. In a declaration signed late Thursday, Zelenskyy said a broad-based mobilization was ordered in all Ukraine's major cities, including the capital, Kyiv. At the same time, Ukraine has also banned all men aged between 18 and 60 from leaving the country. The U.S. is planning to send 7,000 troops to Germany to back up NATO allies, which are expected to be mobilized in the coming days. This comes as Russia's defense ministry called the first day of the invasion of Ukraine, quote, successful, and that it has achieved its goal for the day. Russian forces took control of the Chernobyl power plant in northern Ukraine, the site of the world's worst nuclear disaster after a fierce battle. The IAEA said the power plant is running safely so far with no damage reported. Citing an anonymous Western intelligence official, Al Jazeera reported that Russia has eliminated Ukraine's air defenses and now has complete air superiority over Ukraine. Meanwhile, military action by Russia is still ongoing. Russian forces have advanced closer to Kyiv with more flowing into the country. A senior U.S. defense official said so far, Russia had fired more than 160 missiles at Ukrainian targets.
And Sung-min, tell us more about what has been a very strong international response.
Mark, world leaders are strongly condemning Russia, with the U.S. President Joe Biden saying that he agreed with fellow G7 leaders to levy severe sanctions on Russia to hold them to account.
Putin is the aggressor. Putin chose this war, and now he and his country will bear the consequences. And Putin's aggression against Ukraine will end up costing Russia dearly, economically and strategically. We will make sure of that.
Sanctions announced by the U.S. so far include cutting off $1 trillion worth of Russian assets from U.S. banks. That'll include Russia's largest financial institution, Sberbank, which holds nearly one-third of the Russian banking sector's assets. Sanctions also include preventing 13 major state-owned companies from raising money from the U.S. market. Biden also hit Russia with tough export curbs. He said, in coordination with Europe, the allies will cut off more than half of Russia's high-tech imports, from commercial electronics and computers to semiconductors. Sanctions have been imposed on Russian elites and family members, as well as on Belarus over their support for Russia's invasion. EU leaders have also affirmed that massive and severe consequences will follow and that sanctions will be put on Russia's financial, energy, and transport sectors and export controls. That's all I have for now. I'll be back with more updates. Mark?